folks, this is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're watching WGS-TV. Tough guy.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux along with Jammin Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Double B, how about you?
I'm doing just fine, as we're going to take a look at Monday Night Raw for the week of July 16th, 2012. Wow, guys, this summer is almost over already. I mean, we're in the middle of July, and pretty soon it'll be August, where it's going to be someone's birthday. However, it will remain unnamed because I don't believe in birthdays anymore, because I don't want to get older. But as we proceed to Monday Night Raw and off of my personal life, we're going to open up the show with the CM Punk Big Show segment, which I believe was used to set up the main event for Punk and Big Show. I gotta say, Jordan, it was a halfway decent segment. I'll tell you what, whenever CM Punk is on the microphone, golden.
Okay.
But, however, you know, I said it on my Money in the Bank review. I don't know if you had a chance to check that out yet, Jordan, but I feel that even though John Cena is the poster boy of the WWE, CM Punk is the WWE champion, and the WWE Champions match should be considered on a pay-per-view main event, but yet past few times it's been overshadowed by John Cena. I really don't understand WWE's thinking behind that, because I know they'll never do that before, but apparently WWE, again, sees Cena as the poster boy, the face of the WWE, whether he's the champion or not. They're going to say, Cena's match, main event. I don't care if you're WWE champion, you're supposed to carry our company. John Cena's our face. He's going to be the main event. However, that was not the deal tonight. As far as the segment goes, Jordan, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. You know, again, Punk on the microphone, good. Big Show, he's got good mic skills too. I don't care what anyone else says. Big Show, he's got good mic skills. You know, he knows what he's doing. 4 out of 5. Jordan, what's your score?
4.5.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Alright, next up, we're going to open up with the tag team titles on the line, as R-Truth and Kofi Kingston took on AEW's primetime players in the form of Darren Young, the Black John Cena, and Titus O'Neil. And, you know, if I could come up with a name from him, I would, but it's Titus O'Neil. I can't come up with anything for him. As far as this match goes, I kind of figured the titles were going to stay on R-Truth and Kofi. Even though primetime players look like they could be a good tag team to work with in the WWE, R-Truth and Kofi, apparently they got more stock in... WWE has more stock into R-Truth and Kofi representing the tag team division than Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. And for the love of God, can somebody please... You know, I've asked this once already. I've got to ask it again. What in the blue hell is the millions and millions of dollars dance? I mean, who in the blue hell invented such a... I don't want to say what it is because I'm trying to keep my videos PG now, but who invented that dance? I want to know who did, so that way they can be slapped with a fish and be called Granny Blue. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, because it's such an outlandish dance. Lord. As far as this match goes, Jordan, I'm gonna go 3 out of 5. But now that the primetime players... Well, I'm going to go to your score and your thoughts about this, Jordan. Now, if the primetime players are done, I mean, who's next in line for a tag team title shot?
Well, I guess the Usos, maybe.
Yeah, the Usos. We also got Epico and Primo, who are apparently face now. We need... Well, you know what? There is a really good tag team on NXT called Ascension. I know a lot of people haven't had the opportunity to see Ascension, but I have. They are really, really good. And this could be their time to debut on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. Because maybe this is their time. You know, they finished the Primetime Players segment They finished that storyline. Maybe they could bring this new tag team in. I would like to see it myself. Next up, we're going to go to Alberto Del Rio and Zack Ryder. Jordan, would this be safe to say that this was basically Zack Ryder jobbing to Del Rio?
Yeah.
All in favor to make the big return. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rey Mysterio returns to Monday Night Raw, episode 999, instead of returning at episode 1000, which would have had a much more significant impact. But still, Rey Mysterio and WWE chose episode 999. Jordan, what was your reaction to Rey Mysterio's return?
It was okay, but they should have done on the 1000 episode.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I have to agree. His return, yes, he is a big name in the WWE, sort of, and a return on the 1000th episode would have had a much more significant appeal to the WWE universe and the WWE fans than going on episode 999. But then again, I could kind of see why they would want to bring that, because if you look at it possibly on next week's 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw, we could be looking at a match between Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio. It's possible we could have that for that. That's probably why they set it up like that. You never know. As far as this match in return goes, I'm going to grade them both together, Jordan. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. Your thoughts?
Same here, 3.5.
Next up is a one-man band. Heath Slater taking on another Raw legend in the form of the Big Quiche himself, Rikishi. Alright, and ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, Cody Hawkinz is also here on this commentary. Cody, your thoughts on Rikishi's return to Monday Night Raw?
It was pretty simple. It was good to see him back. It was good to see him back in the WWE ring. He pretty much, gave Slater a jobber spot again. Just the same thing he's been doing for the past couple months. Regardless of what's going on. It was still a nice little laid out match. He hit his signature, hit that little, with the cravat kick, the stink face, hit the big Samoan drop, and then he paid homage to Umaga with the Samoan spike.
Definitely.
Which I thought that was really cool. It's paying homage to his fallen relatives.
It's possibly something he's also doing on the indie scene too, because he still wrestles with, I believe, a company called the Territory League or something like that.
Yeah, he goes as Junior Fatu.
So
his gimmick name is Junior Fatu in the indie circuit, which I've really got a lot of props for Rikishi because he helped pave the way for a few other Samoan superstars like his sons, the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as a matter of fact, at the end of the match, his sons came out and did his little dance with him, which was pretty cool. I thought that was real neat. I thought that was, hey, we got family here, we gotta get down like we're supposed to.
Can you imagine what it must have felt like? How much it meant to both Rikishi and his sons that the WWE gave him that spot to dance with their father?
Oh yeah, I think it was a good opportunity, an amazing privilege, and just to remember everybody, for everybody to remember just where they came from. Most of the fans out there know that the Usos are the sons of Rikishi, but for those who didn't, they know now. And overall, it was a really good spot, really good appearance. And hey, it was Rikishi. That dude is golden to the Raw history.
I can only imagine throughout Rikishi's tenure in the WWE, whether it be a jobber or somebody else, to go up and find out that during a match with Rikishi, okay, what are we doing in this match? A 450-pound man is going to be rubbing his ass in your face. No, seriously. What is he doing? Rikishi's giving you a stink face. I think I need I think I need a moment to go pray.
Can't be any more blunt than that.
Oh, bump and rump. I hope they gave Heath Slater some scope after that thing was done. Scope and a chance to disinfect his face.
I saw his face.
Look, I can only imagine if Rikishi would have farted, he would have been blown into another dimension. That's all I gotta say. Where am I? And like, there's rainbows everywhere. Anyway, as far as the match goes in the dance segment, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 just because it's the Big Quiche. He was back. And we got to see the stink face, and Heath Slater will probably be seeing the inside of a toilet for the rest of the night. Jordan, your score in the match?
4.5.
And Cody, can you give us a score?
I'd like to give it a nice, good, solid 5.
Alright, let's go up to this matchup that was set up from Eve Torres. Eve Torres was upset about what Daniel Bryan did the previous week when he backed out on the match, the tag match that he and Eve taking on CM Punk and AJ. And, you know, she wanted revenge and she picked a partner. And lo and behold, it was The Miz. Now, the Studley Man actually told me himself he thought, you know, the worst case scenario that The Miz's appearance at Money in the Bank was a one-off thing because he believed that he was still filming a movie. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. And The Miz kind of got a positive reaction from the crowd. Jordan, did you catch that? And if you did, what was your reaction to that?
Really? That was my reaction.
Wow. Well, there are a few great things about this match. One, we got to see AJ in her ring gear. Yes! 2, AJ in her ring gear. Yes! And 3, I think my new favorite color is green because that's the color she came out with. Yes! 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 That's what I was saying. But Daniel Bryan and AJ, you know, get the win over this. But here's the intriguing thing that happened after the match was over. Because apparently Daniel Bryan is still going with the marriage proposal to AJ, had a ring, got down on one knee, proposed again, put the ring on her finger, and AJ said yes. And on next week's Monday Night Raw, the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw, there's going to be a wedding. The wedding of Daniel Bryan and AJ. Does this seem familiar to anybody? Far as this match goes, just because I got to see AJ and E. Torres, Daniel Bryan, and I guess The Miz, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Jordan, your thoughts?
4.5. Yes!
Next up, we had Ryback and Jack Swagger. Now, this was supposed to be a match, but Swagger actually attacked Ryback, and you know what? This could... The way I look at this, because Cody, I want to bring you in on this and get your thoughts on this. You know, Jack Swagger attacked Ryback before the match started, and we were seeing all kinds of, you know, unique things. You know, we'd never seen Ryback on the defensive the way he was on Monday Night Raw, but then Ryback retaliates by powerbombing Jack Swagger about 2 or 3 times in a row, and then Swagger rolls out to the outside. Now, just looking on this and, you know, hearing what we had to say, you know, is it safe to say that possibly the WWE is finally letting Ryback, you know, sink his heels into the company by letting him go against more established names than the no-name jobbers that he's been going against? And 2, do you think they could be using this to start a feud between Ryback and Jack Swagger?
Well, here's the thing. Sunday night at the pay-per-view, Ryback had a match against Kurt Hawkinz and Tyler Rex. That was the start of it all, if you think about it. They were letting him dig his heels in and let him get some heat from the actual roster other than just a bunch of, you know, green guys from the indie circuit or even experienced guys in the indie circuit that are considered clean to the WWE just to come in and get their asses handed to them by Ryback. You know, they put Hawkins and Tyler Rex in there for the pay-per-view. And then last night, you had the whole situation with Swagger, which is allowing Ryback to, like, dig his heels in even more into the business and work himself into more competitive superstars, you know, to where there's an established amount of heat for his gimmick.
Jordan, what is your... You know, I gotta ask you, Jordan, what are your thoughts been on the whole Ryback gimmick, you know, from its inception until now? You know, what's your thoughts and your opinion on Ryback?
looks like it's going to be a good one now. It looks like it's a feud going with Swagger and Ryback, maybe.
Yeah, finally we get to see that Ryback isn't as invincible as, he's been looking in his past few gimmicks, in the past few months. So, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on this one, because it was interesting to see which way we're going to go this. I would have given it a 4.5 out of 5, or maybe even a perfect score, but I was really hoping for a legitimate match. And who knows, maybe we'll have this on Friday Night SmackDown, Ryback versus Jack Swagger. You never know. Jordan, your thoughts?
4.5.
Now, you want to talk about the start of new feuds? We may just have one here in the form of Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho. Dolph Ziggler was out there, celebrating the fact that he was, Now, notice this one. I don't know if you guys have caught this yet. But last year, they were called the Raw Money in the Bank and the SmackDown Money in the Bank. This year, it's called the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank and the WWE Championship Money in the Bank. Have you guys caught that?
Yeah.
So, but Dolph Ziggler was out there, celebrating the fact that he was the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank. That it was his time. He was, and this is what brought Jericho out, the best in the world. Cue Jericho's music. Out comes Jericho, and he came out to a pop in the crowd. Cody, real quickly to you first. I've kind of noticed this out of Chris Jericho. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see his past few promos from the past couple of weeks, but from what I have seen, two things have been happening. One, it looks like the WWE is trying to turn Chris Jericho face, and two, it almost looks like, to do this, they're trying to get him to resurface Y2J.
Well, from what it seems, yes, that those two things look like they're about to happen. One, the face gimmick's going to pull out, and two, they're going to try to resurrect the Y2J gimmick. Now, not entirely being said that, that being said, they might not entirely push him as a face. They may keep him as a hard face. Now, if they push him into a hard face, the crowd's gonna love him. He's gonna be the pain in the ass that everybody likes, and we're just gonna go from there. Now, as to the Y2J gimmick, yeah, he's gonna bring back some of his old promo cuts and catchphrases, but I don't think it's gonna sum up to the Y2J that first stepped foot in WWE about a decade ago.
Jordan, I gotta ask you, what was your reaction to everything that happened between Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho from Monday night?
It was good to see both of them.
And what I found really interesting is, after Jericho gave Ziggler, here's the thing. For those of you who didn't catch the promo, here's the thing. Ziggler kind of called Jericho out for not, for always. Apparently, Jericho, ever since he came back and started January, he hasn't exactly had a stellar win-loss record. I mean, when it comes to the big ones, the main events, at WrestleMania, at Extreme Rules, at Royal Rumble, even, Ziggler was calling Jericho out on that and saying that he's not as good as he once was. Quote the Toby Keith song. Ziggler was saying that Jericho has lost a step, and he kept repeating that Jericho has lost a step, and even looked at it to Vicky Guerrero, who for some reason felt the need at the beginning of this promo to, be a repeating frog, and she looks like a frog anyway, and repeat everything Ziggler was saying. I don't know why, but, Ziggler repeated one too many times that Jericho has lost a step, and Jericho's response was a code breaker. I'm really interested to see, guys, where this develops between Ziggler and Jericho, because just as epic as in the past few feuds, just as epic as Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, Christian and Cody Rhodes, guys, I gotta say, Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho, this one, it could be really, really good. Cody, would you agree with that? That, we have the makings for a really good feud between Ziggler and Jericho?
Yeah, there could be a really good significance for this match here, like for a match to at least brew between Jericho and Ziggler, let alone a storyline. Because honestly, I think it would show a good, strong potential, and it's going to show that WWE is trying to switch up the game a little bit, keep things interesting, keep the ratings up above all things. And that's one interesting way to do it, is to turn one of your how can I put this, antisocial heels, turn him hard face, and then put him with Ziggler, and next thing you know, they're duking back and forth, show after show, and after about a month or two, it leads to a good pay-per-view match.
My score for this is 4 out of 5. And before I go to Jordan, I want to side note for everybody. All the way, since when Jericho made his entrance for that promo, the crowd chanted Y2J the entire time. 4.5 out of 5, because I really want to see where this goes. Jordan, your thoughts? Jordan?
4.5.
Yeah, we could have a really good feud here, huh, Jordan?
Oh, yes. And Vicky's right in the middle of it, so watch out for her.
Lord. Next up, Brodus Clay and JT Jobber. Do I really need to talk about this? Really, honestly. Cody, do I need to talk about Brodus Clay and JT Jobber? Do I really?
Well, other than the fact that JTG got out of his jeans and stuff, and actually looks a little more professional in the ring, other than that, that's nothing else.
Yeah, pretty much. Brodus Clay just squashing JTG. Average to me, 3 out of 5. Jordan, wouldn't you say the same thing?
Yeah.
The only reason why he gets a 3 out of 5 and not a 2 out of 5, I love Brodus' dancers.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that there was an actual produced amount of heat that JTG gave to Brodus Clay, which wasn't too bad. It made it look a little more legitimate instead of a squash. So, hey.
Well, yeah. And then the main event of the evening, it was CM Punk and Big Show. And I gotta say, Big Show getting disqualified, I don't know, maybe we could have seen a legit finish to this. But apparently they must have wanted to hurry this match along, this main event along, so they could get to John Cena's announcement. And John Cena's announcement was, well, it was two different things. One, that Cena's going to be cashing in his Money in the Bank on next week's Raw, the 1000th episode, to challenge CM Punk for the WWE Championship. And two, he cracked a big skull over his big fat melon with the briefcase. Cody, to you first. Next week, John Cena versus CM Punk. Thoughts?
Well, you think about it, John Cena, like the way this storyline was laid out, I knew this was going to happen. I knew from the get-go this was definitely going to happen between Cena and Punk. It wasn't going to happen the night after the pay-per-view. It was going to happen on some night that was monumental. And what better way to do it than to put it on Raw 1000? It's going to be a star-studded event. You're going to have the WWE title on the line between John Cena and CM Punk. Cena's going to cash in the suitcase, like he said he would, But you never know. Things can turn around. Match can get interrupted. The match can become null and void, and John Cena would have another opportunity at it, if given the circumstances. Now, you never know how these guys are going to throw a curveball. So, most people are looking forward to a straight-up one-on-one match between John Cena and CM Punk for the WWE title. But he might get something a little different. Just maybe.
Yeah, Jordan, to you, same question. Your reaction to John Cena's announcement?
I kind of thought it was going to be him cashing in at WrestleMania, but I was shocked for this one next week.
Yeah, would it be possibly the biggest Raw ever? The 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw. It kind of holds a huge, significant impact for the company. So, what better than to have it, John Cena versus CM Punk, which last year at Money in the Bank was one of the most epic main events I have seen in quite some time. For instance, match goes with CM Punk and Big Show and John Cena's announcement. I got to go 4.5 out of 5 on this one, Jordan.
Yeah.
Cody, I know you saw this one too. That's right around the time you came back. Your thoughts on the CM Punk versus Big Show match, and then John Cena's announcement?
Well, overall, the match was good between Show and Punk. A lot of heat on Punk. The short comeback, short, repetitive. Well, not entirely repetitive, but it stayed consistent. The fight between the exchange of heat between the superstars were actually pretty well laid out. And then the DQ run coming into Cena, cutting his promo. So I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Overall score for this week's Monday Night Raw, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. This was a very good show. A lot of great stuff. A lot of interesting things. It was great to see Rikishi back. Rey Mysterio's return, I still believe, would have had a much more significant impact if they would have done it on the 1000th episode of Raw. But, with WWE's thinking, and the way I'm pretty much thinking, that we can possibly see Rey Mysterio versus Alberto Del Rio on the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw next week. That's probably why they had him come out on this Monday Night Raw. Again, great to see Rikishi back, and I thought it was a great thing to see him dancing with his sons. I really thought that meant a lot to him and his family, and of course his fans as well. Ryback versus Jack Swagger, we could have the start of something very interesting, and maybe the launch of finally, one thing I've always wanted to know, we've seen Ryback smash guys, but we had not really, to me, because I've never watched Florida Championship Wrestling, no definitive background, no definitive story to the Ryback gimmick, and possibly now with the WWE having him go against more concrete and definitive names in the company, we could possibly start to see, the explanation of the Ryback gimmick. Albeit we're still kind of waiting the explanation of the Funkasaurus gimmick, but I get the feeling we're never going to get one. By the way, JT Jobber, how the hell do you still have a job in the WWE? CM Punk and Big Show, great main event. John Cena's announcement was pretty decent, and as great as their matchup was at Money in the Bank last year, I'm really looking forward to a really good, epic match between CM Punk and John Cena. Yes, Cena haters, I said that. I'm looking forward to a really good match involving John Cena. Live with it, deal with it. If you hate it, too bad. Learn to love it, as one of the greats have said in our day. Jordan, I'm going to go to you. Overall score Monday Night Raw this week.
I guess a 9.10, and they did promote the 1000 episode more than I've ever thought it would.
Yeah, on episode 999. Cody, any last thoughts you'd like to leave for the WGS-TV viewers and subscribers?
Well, honestly, as pertaining to these videos, please subscribe, check us out, youtube.com/WrestleGamer, as well as ZepixTV. I will be coming up with a video intro real soon, so look for it. And I guess I'll just catch y'all later. Peace.
So what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. Do you agree with me and Jordan's score? Or do you have a different score, a different rating on Monday Night Raw this week? And if so, please tell us why. Put your comments in the comment section below. Again, don't forget to like and favorite this video. And as Cody Hawkinz said, don't forget to subscribe to both youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZepXTV Network and youtube.com/ZepXFame. So for Jammin, Jordan, for the insane machine, Cody Hawkinz, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching.